Alrighty, I wanted to get this video done, something been in my mind for a while, and that is balance in Blitz. You know, for a game which is, whilst I yell around, this is funny, for a game which is 7-on-7 and team dependent, I've been thinking about balance a lot in the recent past, and I've been thinking about the following question, and it goes along this, like, would you rather just win a heap of games easily, or would you rather play the game to the max level it can be played and have close games? And I've been seeing in game recently, just like a sort of pandemic of it, I don't mean that in a bad way, but just so many sort of 0-7s or 7-0s coming up, and tis 8 and 9 and 10 as well, which I sort of started looking at it and I'm like, it can't be right. Then I started to sort of ask myself the question, would I, by the way, this isn't a win rate rant, I've been doing very well, would I rather win like 20 games 7-0, or would I rather play 20 games and win like half of them or less than half of them, but they were all down to the last tank close games where I've had to really perform at my best to pull something out, and everyone's sort of done their hit pulls and it's just been a really good tight game. And I came to the conclusion, everyone likes to win, but if gaming is an entertainment industry, then surely the reason you play a game is for those sort of, I don't know, knee trembling, adrenaline fueled dopamine moments whereby it is like literally, you know, that close. So I'm just showing a couple of games which are found to be, by no word of a lie or an exaggeration, quite typical. So the first game on Middleburg, I mean, I've just been tapping that E50 all game, which is just, you know, kind of free damage. I feel a bit bad for him because he had quite a few go into his turret, which I've seen them not go in. And this game is exactly what I'm talking about. It's almost exactly what I'm talking about. Look at the counter at the top. I mean, this should not be happening at tier 8 or in a tier 8, tier 9 match or whatever. This is not entertainment. And if we're in the gaming business, this is an entertainment industry. That game was not entertaining at all. I mean, are you not entertained? No. That was boring, man. That game was boring. Yeah, I've done 2.2k damage. I've had to do nothing. No one shot me. What does that, I don't know, what does that prove? It sounds really ungrateful, doesn't it? It's like, oh, he's ranting about a 2.2k game, and you know, he's moaning because he's winning. That's really not my point at all. My point is that it was not entertaining. So the very next game I play, I'm pretty much like, okay. And then I start looking at the matchmaker, and there's like an AT7 and a KV2 platoon, and a Dracula and an ARL 44 platoon. And our platoon's hysterical because the Dracula goes off left and the ARL goes right. Now I get that the type of tank probably suits that, but they're playing in platoon, and you can watch this game. They do not play in platoon all game. I don't know why they're even playing together. On the other side, you've got an AT7 and a KV2 platoon, and I will show their win rates at the end in a tier 8 game. So we've basically got two fail tunes. One fail tune is slightly less bad than the other. And I start looking at things like this, and this is an encounter battle. I start looking at things like this, and I start imagining if I was sort of, like, there's lots of Pramo as well. I get so bored with the whole thing. Usually when I get spammed, by the way, I just change up as well, because I just get annoyed with it. You can see this game's going well. But back to the theme of it, what I'm saying is, fail tunes, it's like how long have we had fail tunes in this game? You know, and they do contribute to some really one-sided crap battles. Because much as it's nice to farm up a fail tune, there you go, land a shot. It's also, if you put yourself in the shoes of the red team, and let's face it, we're all in the red team sometimes. If you've got a fail tune in a tier 8, tier 9, tier 10 game, that's almost, you're almost 2 tanks down before you start. And yet, according to the rules of matchmaking, you can still, you look at this cave, I mean, you can still platoon a KV2 at this tier, you know, plus 1, minus 1 kind of thing. But why is that kind of still allowed? And on top, why are 2 kids, I'll show them at the end, in an AT7 and a KV2 with very low 40% win rates and not very many games at all, kind of allowed to do it? I mean, I'm not being discriminatory, I mean live your best life, but why isn't there a rule in matchmaking which basically says, unless you've got sort of 10,000 games, I'm not even going to equate it to win rate, maybe damage, you know, maybe a low bar damage, say like 800. If you haven't got an average damage above 800 and you haven't got 10k games, then you can't platoon. And certainly the sort of -1 which has gone on in this game with the AT7 and the KV2, I don't understand, you know, like why that's in the game. So I don't want to make this a rant about matchmaking, but what I'm saying is there's something kind of rotten in the state of Denmark at the moment. The amount of, sort of, look at this, the amount of, you know, 6-0, 7-0s you're getting, or the amount of unbalanced games, it's just bonkers, man. And look at this. This is just hang on till the end and have a look at the, I mean, man, 5,000 games, but look at this. I mean, that's a guaranteed lose the moment those guys go on the battlefield, and I think it wants a reassessment by Wargaming. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. See ya. Bye.